taking my daughter to school today. For me, it's early. It's early because if you saw the vlog from yesterday, I didn't get out until like, I don't know, like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And my wife wants me to go get coffee. Normally she does a great batch of coffee, but this morning it's just a little off. I know, I feel like my mouth is slurring. I'm so tired. I just need a little bit more time to kind of get up to speed so that I can get this day started. I got a couple of things I got to take care of today. And I don't like sounding like I'm lethargic or the way I do now. And one of the things I need to do or take care of is get a cup of coffee. So I'm going to meet up with my wife here shortly so we can get that cup of coffee, whether it be a QT or stop and go grab some brunch for her. Together we shall see. Stopping over to go grab some brunch. It was Jenny's idea. It was Jenny's ideas. It was Jenny's idea to get Latino food. It was this one's idea to go drive like he's in a racetrack. Stopping over here at Manuel's. You hear that? Sound like a flying saucer.
You need Dora or no?
Apparently he's deemed himself a guacamole connoisseur now or something.
What's up?
Yeah. Look, it's Dotson. Nobody cares. We got Dotson here. The individual you just saw was requiring payment in order to be on camera, so I'm gonna have to blur his face out in the entire scene that he was in. I will tell you this though, that we've had some scenes together once before, but unfortunately through bad contracts and just relationship breakdown, we had to part separate ways.
He was a born leader.
He's here. The world.
Yeah, what up, world?
We're gonna be going international pretty soon. I know they don't know what it is that I'm talking about.
I do.
Just her and I.
YouTube's international.
No, my channel's gonna go international. More. There's gonna be a focus. Awesome. Huh?
Tell the world what's up.
I am eventually. You will all know. Finished watching Ghost in the Shell. What'd you think, Raider?
You were asleep for a lot of it.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Not what I thought.
You weren't even sitting next to me. I think it was just an amped up version of like RoboCop. Robot body wants to know what happened to themselves and what was their past, and they still want to fight crime. Pretty much a lot of graphics. A lot of graphics.
You know my spit? Apparently I don't know how to swallow.
What'd you say?
You're nasty, Raider.
You been cochino?
Yes.
I was imitating Michael Scott.
excuses, man, it's even worse when you don't have your schedule like already input into the calendar of knowing how to plan your day. Now knowing that I gotta be there at 5 in the morning, it just kind of ruins the rest of the evening. Like everything's gotta come to a wind down. And I know that I had said that I had to get some stuff done and I still didn't get to them. It seemed like the morning was really slow to start. Mostly his fault. I know you can't see his face because it's blurred out. Well, that's the end of tonight's vlog. I have to give props to my son, Raider. He's such a good sport. I know in the video it seems as though that we're mean to him and I blur his face, but that's what makes my Raider is the fact that he's such a tough-willed, strong young man, and I love him so. I love it the fact that he gets my jokes, and we kind of go back and forth with a lot of the things that we do. And even more so, he's willing to take a punch, and he's more than willing to throw a punch. So this is the end of the vlog. However, we can't end the day without our daily verse, and that verse comes out of Romans chapter 12, verse 1, and it reads, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. So I was going through that verse in Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. And in the alternate message, because I read out of YouVersion, I use YouVersion, very helpful. My walk with Christ, I still think, is still infantile, and I still need help distinguishing the Word of God, and especially when it's dealing with certain things that may not be right now, but man, I tell you, every time I read the Bible, there's always something that it's either not applicable today, but it's something that I needed to hear when I get up in the morning or that afternoon. And in the message through YouVersion, it says, so here's what I want you to do. God helping you take your everyday ordinary life, your sleeping, eating, going to work, and walking around life, and place it before God as an offering. Embracing what God does for you is the best thing you can do for Him. Don't become so well adjusted to your culture that you fit into it even without even thinking. Instead, fix your attention on God. You'll be changed from the inside out. Readily recognize what He wants from you and quickly respond to it. Unlike the culture around you always dragging you down to its level of immaturity, God brings the best out of you and develops well-formed maturity in you. See that bottom one? It's always sometimes the things you don't want to hear, but you know that it's supposed to be part of you, and the maturity piece. I was editing a lot of the old vlogs that I'm still catching up with, and just going back over some of those things, and I honestly forgot some of the small tidbits as I'm going through, so it's almost like reliving my life in the last 2 months of small little snippets and going, I remember. It's interesting. I can only imagine what it's going to be like 365 days later, what this, how things are going to transpire. Anyway, it's getting late and I have to be at work up early in the morning, and you know how that vlog goes. Up in the morning, coffee made, and ready for the grind. Anyway, you guys have a good night. Raider, thank you for being a good sport. I love you, son.